Yes, good morning to all of you. Myself Mahesh Jagdish Pingle, lecturer Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Ambad. So, dear students, our today's point of discussion is to know the term that is called as antenna resistance. So, before moving to discuss this particular point about antenna resistance, we must know what exactly we mean by the resistance. So, resistance, it is the term which is always we are labeling by capital letter R. So, R is the term which we can always label for the resistance. So, while defining the resistance, we can say that a resistance is nothing opposition to the flow of current. So, if the resistance is more, then there is less amount of current flowing through that particular resistor, and if the resistance is less, then we can say that current itself it is more. So, suppose I am drawing the symbol of resistors here R. So, if the resistance is more, so R is more, then we can say that the current flowing through this particular resistor, suppose from point A to point B, it is less or minimum. Vice versa, we can say that if the resistance is less, minimum resistance is there, then we can say that the current flowing through this particular resistor, it is more. So, there is less opposition of the current. So, resistance is nothing but the term related with opposition of the current. Now, while talking about the antenna, the resistance it is also important, because through the antenna resistance we can calculate the flow of current as well as the radiations through the antenna. Now, basically the antenna resistance has two types. The first one is the radiation resistance, and second one is the resistance due to the actual losses in the antenna. So, step by step we will discuss each and every resistance. So, let us have a look over the radiation resistance. So, while talking about the radiation resistance, we can say that the radiation resistance is defined as the ratio of power radiated by the given antenna to the square of the current at the input or feed point of the antenna. So, suppose if we are suppose I am taking one of the example of Yagi-Uda antenna over here. So, suppose this is your Yagi-Uda antenna, and this particular Yagi-Uda is a unidirectional antenna. So, it is radiating energy in the forward direction. So, this is nothing but the radiation pattern of the Yagi-Uda antenna. So, there is a major lobe in the forward direction, right? Now, this is nothing but this particular lobe indicates the power radiated by the antenna. So, it is nothing but the power radiated by the antenna. Here we have taken the example of Yagi-Uda antenna. So, it is power radiated by Yagi-Uda antenna. Now, to radiate this particular power, we have to give some amount of input to this particular antenna. So, I am applying some input over there, and when I am applying some supply over there to this particular feed of the Yagi-Uda antenna, the current will start flowing through that particular each and every terminal of the antenna section of the antenna. So, folded dipole, directors, each and every point gets affected with the help of this current. Now, whatever the current we are applying here at the feed point. So, here feed point it is located at the folded dipoles input. So, that is why whatever the current we are applying at the feed point of this particular Yagi-Uda antenna, the square of that current we have taken. So, while calculating the radiation resistance, we can say that it is ratio of power radiated by the antenna. So, this particular term to the square of the current that is applied to the input. So, square of the current. So, if I am applying a current I over here, then square of that particular current. So, mathematically we can say that radiation resistance is equal to Pt divided by I square, where Pt is nothing but the radiated power by the antenna, and I is nothing but current at feed point. Clear? So the first term we have cleared. So what exactly we mean by the radiation resistance? It is ratio of power radiated by the antenna to the current fed at the input, square of the current fed at the input of the antenna, right? Now basically this particular radiation resistance, it is nothing but AC resistance, and there is one another definition of this particular radiation resistance. So we can also define this particular radiation resistance as the resistance which when be replaced for the antenna will dissipate exactly the same amount of power as the antenna radiates. Now what is the meaning of this particular statement? Suppose I am taking the antenna, suppose Yagi Uda antenna once again. So suppose this is your Yagi Uda antenna, and this particular Yagi Uda antenna, it is radiating suppose 100 watt power. For example, I am taking over here. So 100 watt power it is transmitted or radiated by this particular Yagi Uda antenna. Now suppose the total resistance of this particular antenna, it is 10 kilo ohm. Example I am taking. So the total impedance or resistance of this particular antenna, it is 10 kilo ohm, right? Or we can say that suppose any value, any resistance value. Now if I am replacing this particular antenna with the help of a resistance having a value 10 kilo ohm, then this particular resistance R will also radiate the same amount of power, that is called as the 100 watt. So it is just an example. Actually practically we have not tested whether the 10 kilo ohm resistance radiate 100 watt, but meanwhile for our understanding purpose we are taking the example that if the resistance of the antenna is 10 kilo ohm and the antenna is radiating 100 watt, if we replace this antenna with the help of a resistance of 10 kilo ohm, then this particular resistor will also supposed to radiate 100 watt power. So this is called as the radiation resistance RR. Right. Now if we have understood the concept of radiation resistance RR, let us move to our next point, that is resistance due to the actual losses in the antenna. Now while talking about the antenna, each and every electronic system has its own losses, internal losses as well as the external losses. Similarly, the antenna has also some losses, power losses while it's doing the functioning. Now if the losses are less, then we can say that efficiency is more, and if we say that the losses are more, then we can say that the efficiency is less. So efficiency is directly related with the inversely proportional to the losses. So if the efficiency, if we want to increase, then definitely the losses should be minimum. Now first of all we must know what exactly the reasons there is a power loss within the antenna. So there are 4 to 5 losses always we can measure across the antenna. The first losses we observe is that the power dissipated in the antenna and the ground resistance. So suppose I am drawing here some microstrip antenna like structure. So suppose this is your patch antenna or the microstrip antenna, and suppose I am saying, if I am saying that this is placed over this particular substrate on this particular antenna or substrate. So the substrate has its own dielectric material. Similarly, there is some ground plane over is there. So suppose this is your ground plane, and if you are applying input, feeding input to at this particular point of this patch antenna, suppose this is your patch antenna. So whatever the power dissipated within that particular antenna, so within that particular metallic structure of the antenna, that will also create the losses. Similarly, these are nothing but, suppose it is nothing but your ground substrate. So whatever the resistance of this particular ground substrate, it will also generate some kind of losses. So if the resistance of ground it is perfectly matched, then losses are minimum. But if there is no any perfect impedance matching within this particular, so the losses are more. Similarly, the losses due to the corona effect is there. Similarly, third point, it is nothing but the losses in the imperfect dielectric near the antenna. So suppose if I am using this as a substrate or the dielectric material, so if the dielectric material, the value of dielectric is changing, so it is imperfect one, definitely the losses will be created and the radiations are some different one or some with lossy regions. Then eddy current losses due to the metallic objects near the antenna, that also creates some losses or power losses within the antenna. Then I square losses taking place within the antenna, all it comes for the calculation of your radiation, total resistance of the antenna. So losses due to resistance due to the losses of the antenna. So these are the 5 major concerns. The first one is the power dissipated within the antenna and the ground resistance, losses due to the corona effect, losses due to the imperfect dielectrics, losses due to the eddy current, and I square losses are the 5 different losses which can be take place while functioning the antenna, and these losses reduces the efficiency of the antenna. So we can say that the efficiency of the antenna can be represented by RR divided by RR plus RD, where RR is nothing but the radiation resistance, that is the definition we have discussed previously, but RD is nothing but the loss resistance, and that loss resistance comes from these different 5 losses. So RR plus RD, it is also called as the total resistance of the antenna. So if we want to improve the efficiency of the antenna, we have to reduce the power losses within the antenna while doing operation of this particular antenna. So this is all about the antenna resistance. So thank you very much.